Hey, hello, fellow traders. We are back. Let's go. Hey, good morning, John. Good morning, Dan, Neo, NP, Trader J, Black Coffee. Let's go. Good morning, Black Coffee. Tim, good morning. Viter, good morning. Man, it's good to be back. I tell you what, there is just no place like home. There's just no place like home. And man, I am happy to be back home. We are back. Can't believe it's already been a week. Hey, let's go, John. Good to see you. Trip Moses, good to see you. My pet Eskimo. Good morning. Alan Sutton, good morning. M. Susan, good morning. Let's get it. Oh, man, it is good to be back. Back in the saddle once again. K-Trader, Old Man Candles, good morning. Only 3 PAs, that's right. I was going to activate the other PAs, but I decided I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to keep trading these 3. It's going so well. I'm just going to keep doing it. My pet Eskimo, you must have not been following along if you're surprised about 3 PAs. I'm not sure what you're surprised about, but we had, well, when we left, I forget, how many PAs did I have? I had 4 PAs when we left. 4 PAs when we left, and I lost 1, which was actually should not have happened. I forgot that I had an open order sitting, or we would have 4, but oh well. Hey, thank you, Black Coffee. Hey, Red Poker. Good to see you, Red Poker. It's been a while. How you been, Red Poker? Okay, market. Points collected. Trip Candy. Good morning. Hey, Bob Hall, good morning. TBM, oh, really? Trades by Matt gave me a shout out last week. Interesting. Very cool. Hey, Lonnie Huff, good morning. Well, Neo, good morning. I'm all tan. I don't know if tan or burnt is a better way, but man, my arm got roasted. That's the only place that was like, right now I'm in the itching stage. Hey, good morning, Amelia. Good morning. All right, this market, man, last week, what a crazy week, man. Yeah, I missed Alpine too. I was able to stay a little bit in touch with Alpine, just through Discord. But yeah, it was just weird. It was weird. I did have good internet though. I had pretty good internet, which was really key. But I wasn't, I was basically in front of my computer for maybe an hour in the morning. About an hour in the morning and then an hour in the afternoon. And that was about it. After that, I was busy. There was so many things to coordinate, and just it was crazy. It was crazy, but we had a really good time. It was a good time, but I was so ready to go home. I'm a homebody, so I was definitely ready to go home. but at the same time, it was a really cool experience. Just experiencing the Jamaican culture and just how different things are in other countries. It's amazing. But man, we need to talk about their driving. Their driving had me, it was something. Let's just say that. It was something else. It had me scared. How blue Jamaican. Hey, Ryan, Tim, Lonnie Huff. Yeah, 10K subs within reach. We're, what are we, 93 subs away? Let's go. I was hoping we wouldn't reach 10K subs while I was away. So I'm really happy that it's at 9.9. Did we get the house built? Oh, yes. Yes, we did. We got the house built and everything. And I tell you what, we had, so we're youth sponsors in our church. So that means we basically are in charge of the youth. And we had a total of 31 people, counting all the children. There was like 20, I think there was 24 youth. So we had 24 youth building a house, and it went really fast. It went really well. We built that house really quickly. I think we were done building the house on Wednesday at 12 o'clock lunch. So we started Monday morning, and by Wednesday noon, we had finished building the house. We did the presentation. We handed the house off to the needy family, which was really an awesome experience. Just super awesome. And you know how giving is more rewarding than receiving? That was definitely the case. It was just as rewarding, seeing their joy and happiness and giving them that house than it was receiving anything. That was a lot of fun. A really cool experience for the youth as well. And then on Thursday, I feel like I should wait till maybe mid morning to really go through all of our experience, but on Wednesday we finished the house, and then Thursday we visited the orphanages, and they had a school as well where we helped. It was just really cool. The youth, we did like a little play for the children. We did like a play for the children, and then we helped them with a craft, and we just got to spend a lot of time with the children. They were like ages 3 to 5. One thing that's really interesting in Jamaica is they start sending their children to school when they're 3 years old, which is crazy. But I mean, so we spent a lot of time with the children there, and that was probably one of my highlights. If the family helped build a house, so the family that we built it for, they had they helped some. Yes, they helped some, but they really didn't know that much what they were doing. So for the most part, we had enough people. We had enough people there that we just kind of told them, hey, just sit and watch and enjoy the process, enjoy it. And so, yeah, they mostly watched, but they did help a little bit. And then they also were there to help answer questions if we weren't sure. We kind of asked for their feedback on some of the building, how they want it, like what size rooms they want. The house we built was a 3-bedroom. I mean, it was a small house, but they had 3 bedrooms in the house. And it was nice that they were able to put input into that, what size bedrooms they want. The one guy got the small bedroom. He wasn't too thrilled about that, but we were having fun with it. Does the house have a pool and a spa? Definitely not. Definitely not. I forget the actual size of the house. I mean, I could show pictures. I should actually get pictures uploaded so I can show. I don't want to show pictures that has a lot of the pictures obviously has a lot of other people in them as well, and I don't really want to share it if they don't. This gives a good, I don't know if you guys can see that, but like that's the, well, like that's the size of the house that was built. So it wasn't a big house. It was in our, you know, from what we're used to, obviously, but you know, in that area where we went to build it, this house was like a mansion compared to the other houses around it. Hey, we're open for business, folks. We are open for business. Looks like the market wants to rip higher. Let's wait and see. So one thing that I learned from trading last week was all my trading I did was either between 8 and 9 o'clock or from 2 to 3 o'clock. Like, well, it was closer to 2:30 to 3:30. But I definitely don't want to be trading the open for sure. Lower volatility, a little bit more stable price action is what I need to be patient on and wait for. Yeah, Neo. Yep. All right, take care, Bonzi. All right, a little bit of a fake out to the upside here. And let's just see. 60-minute chart. We're definitely starting like on the daily chart. You know, I don't know. We definitely could go, you know, keep moving higher. I'm definitely kind of more bullish than I am bearish. Looking for longs, but I'm not going to be super aggressive. How was the food? The food was great. So they had like kind of the main dishes that were, at least that I had or that we had, was obviously there was curry goat. I wasn't as big of a fan of that. It was okay, but the jerk chicken was awesome. That was delicious. That I always ordered that. So I tried the curry goat, but for the most part, I always ordered the jerk chicken. I'm always tongue-tied when I say that. All right, we're at the 940s. Let's see if we just rip straight to the 18,000s this morning. Oh, I forget that I'm on the other chart. So I have three. So I kind of misinformed you guys, but I was going to activate my other PA. I have 12 evals that I can activate into PAs. I was going to do it this morning, or this last night. But then I decided, you know what? I'm not going to. I'm just going to trade these 3 accounts. It's going so well. I'm just going to trade these 3 accounts and trade them at least until the 1st of May when I can request a payout then on these 3 accounts. And I'm hoping I can just continue to build the buffer. Get a bigger buffer on it. Oh, really, Matty Matt? I'm sorry to hear, man. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear. All right, here we go at the 940s. Let's see if we just keep ripping. This was my only trade today so far right here. But I'm going to trade all 3 of these accounts on stream. So you're going to see me cycle. You're going to see me cycle between accounts. I'm just going to trade all 3 of them on stream. See how it goes. Oh, my arm is getting so itchy from my sunburn. How did it go for you guys last week? Did you guys have a good week last week? Also, you guys got to tell me what I missed. What did I miss last week? Anything exciting happen in the trading world that I missed? And now we're pulling back a little bit. Mine was a roller coaster. Hey, GC, good to see you. Thank you. It is good to be back. And the market went crazy when I was gone. when I was gone, yes. Yes, it did. Yeah, Patrick keeps saying he's the GOAT. That's nothing new. You missed me blowing up 2 PAs? Oh, man, I'm sorry, Orlando. Ugh. Well, I blew up 1 PA as well, so you're not alone. Man, that was so frustrating. I was so frustrated because I remember, like, I placed a trade and I was, like, up 300 or something. And I was like, oh, great. That's a great day. And I shut down my trading and I went out. And it was one of the days we were building the house. Went out, didn't get back until like 2:30 in the in the afternoon. And I just log into Ninja Trader again. And then I see that I have a blown account and I'm just like, what? Did not. Then after further investigation, I realized, oh dear, I forgot that I had an open order sitting. I had like an open order sitting way above that I didn't see. I had my chart like this, so it wasn't fully scaled. And the order was sitting way up top. And of course we ripped, and it was a sell order. And we ripped just straight through it and kept going higher, and it blew the account. Yeah, exactly, Rad Poker. I see, Rad Poker, I don't think so. I know what you're saying, Rad Poker. I like the messages you sent me. It is kind of weird. It is kind of weird, but we'll see. We will see when I do the payouts for April. We're gonna find out because I think actually it is Patrick. But yeah, we'll see how much actual payouts he got. Because I'm curious. I don't really think he got. I don't know. I'm confused. It's hard to keep track of. It's hard to keep track. All right, we have rejected the 50s. We didn't even make it to the 950s, and now pulling all the way back to the VWAP, all the way back to the 900s. I see QQ. Robinhood just gave you $1. Spend it wisely. I have to search Zap Brannigan. What? Hey, good morning, Jim Rays. All right, market. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a pullback here. Like, yeah, even a pullback like to the 830, 840s here. Kind of just, I'm definitely kind of bullish, but I'm very cautious. Hey, least estimator, good morning, good morning. Future reasons. Oh, I see, Mr. Futurama. Now I get it. And down we go through. Oh, wow. This is now really selling off. Down through the 875s. Here, the 840s, we should see some support, but I want to be cautious. Any news today? I don't see any news of significance today. No. One of my best trades this year was buying 5,000 shares of Robinhood in my TD Ameritrade account. Let's go. Nice, John. That's awesome. Yeah, I know what you mean, John. Time does fly. Time does fly. It is crazy. All right, down through the 875s here. Let's see if we keep selling off. You were taking the trade when Mr. Yen. Nice, John. Nice. All right, through the 60s. Definitely seeing some selling here. Really, let's see if the 30s, 40s hold. We shall be patient. Oh, Brian Watt. Oh. All right, through the 50s, 840s incoming. Wow. Just like that, we have a 100-point move. That's crazy. Seems like 100-point moves happen like it's nothing anymore. It's just 100-point moves happen very easily. Yeah, we took a nosedive. A nosedive. Hey, Cray Sports. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good morning. Loss. Yeah, this sell-off is crazy. I'm glad I'm not trapped in this. This is can be easy to get trapped in these kind of moves when we're trying to chase a move. I know I've done it. I've been there, done that. I'd prefer not to do it again. And there we go, through the 40s. Wow, this is crazy. All right, it's through the 40s, down to the 30s. Now we just sit and wait. Lots of crazy. I'm gonna have to get used to this. I'm always used to having my stream be on this screen in front of me, and now it's on this screen because I'm just gonna trade all three of my accounts. So it's a little different. Yeah, today could be a red day. I agree. Like if you look at the daily chart, let me show the daily chart here. I mean, it definitely could see a little pullback again. It's pretty crazy. This move. Lots of selling. All right, we are getting a bounce now, kind of at least somewhat of a bounce here at the 40s. Do I have to activate all my evals before the end of the month because of the new discount, or can I just sit on them? Top frag markets, so you can sit on your past evals. You can sit on them. Basically, make sure that you sign them. Like go to your signatures, log into your Apex account, go to signatures, and then sign the account. Like just make sure you sign it. But then you can sit on them basically as long as you want, but keep in mind if the rebilling comes up for those accounts and you haven't activated them into a PA account, then you will get billed again at that 80% off rate. So keep that in mind. Oh, really, John? I can't say that I've had that happen, but hey, Claudia. Jamaica was great. Jamaica was great, but man, I was really happy to be home. So it was one of those. That's always how I am. If I go on vacation for a week or 2 weeks, I enjoy it, but man, I'm always really ready to be home. Back to 70% off next week. I don't know what they're going to offer. This, you would think it's going to go back to the 71% discount. I don't know. I do not know, but I guess we'll wait and see. Usually it's 71% off. So if I was a betting man, I would assume it's going to be 71% off and 50% resets, is what I assume, but I don't know. All right, here we go. We got to bounce off of the 30s up to the 60s. So this support, the 40-30s, definitely is holding up at the moment. Man, I'm tempted here to take an entry. Is this going to be a stair step down, or are we just going to do a V-shaped reversal here? That's the question. Hey, Win, good morning. I did miss you guys. I really did. I missed streaming. How was the jerk chicken? It was great, Clarity. That was my favorite. That was my favorite food. We had like I mean, you could order fried chicken, jerk chicken, or curry goat curry. What was the other one? Hang on. Like that was primarily our options, and I always went with the jerk chicken. Just that was good. Mm. Oh, it was stork stew. That was the other one. But yeah, it was a good time. We had a great time. Man, I should have pulled a trigger short there probably. See if this makes a new low here. Are we gonna stair step this thing down? Lots of selling. Wait, ICT dude was in the Apex Discord for a minute. This profile says 99% win rate. Ha ha ha. Very funny. Okay, let's see if we make new lows. When am I bringing Daryl to the channel? Well, there are no plans, at least as of yet. I would love to interview Daryl, but I'm not sure he would love being interviewed by me. I'm afraid I would ask him some questions that he would maybe not want to answer, but I would love it. Or I would ask him questions about the live accounts and how that all works, which they're pretty discreet about. I would also ask him about the dollar cost averaging rule and why that's even in place if it's never enforced, stuff like that. Those are the kind of questions I want to ask him. If it's never enforced, why do you have the rule? Just take it away. Remove it. And the algorithm. Okay, we are ready to make new lows here, possibly. Man, that could have been a good short here, but I was a little bit scared of a V-shaped reversal happening. See if we make new lows. So, yeah, sorry, John. I'll mute that part of the live. uh, okay, new lows. There it is. Let's see if we get some follow through here. Hey, Dan Emmons. Good morning. Good morning. How we doing? Man, my arm is itchy. Ask him why he can't keep 90% off permanent. Well, then people probably wouldn't appreciate it. In order for 90% to be effective, then you also have to sometimes have 71% sales. If not, people just don't appreciate, I feel like anyway. Then people are going to complain and they were going to want 95% off. Hey, Tech Reviews, thank you. Hey, thank you. How many accounts I have right now? I have three funded accounts currently, but I have 12 past evals that I can turn into funded accounts. I just haven't done it. I'll probably wait until payout. This is still my set of PAs that we already took a payout from these PAs. Hopefully we can take 2 more payouts from these PAs. Hopefully, knock on wood. All right, now this is interesting. We barely, I would say we double bottomed here. This is not really, so we might take a stab here long. Come on, give me a little pullback here that I can get in on. Don't want to see this thing stall here. There we go. All right, let's go. All right, now we have $300 in profit on that account. Now we're going to switch to this account. I forgot I had the volume profile on this. I don't really want it. All right, I'm looking for longs, but I need this thing to make a move above the 70s now for sure. I wonder if Apex is going to reject my payout for my 25K account. I'm up 5K in day 4, only using 1 to 2 minis. Oh, wow. My pet Eskimo. I mean, they won't reject it if you continue to be consistent with, you know, it all depends on where your profit is going to be at on the 10 days, you know, or when you request a payout. Wow, look at this move. Okay, so we now need, come on, we just need a pullback here. Don't just rip higher. Never mind, it's just gonna go straight up now. Thank you, Neo. Could have held this trade a little bit longer and trailed my stop. But once I'm around $300 in profit on an account, especially once we're at this account balance, then I move on to the next account. And once I have $300 in profit on all 3 accounts, then I'll go back to my first one and then continue. That's how I trade. That's how I trade these accounts. But we're definitely seeing buying here. I'm also looking for bigger moves, if you guys noticed. I'm not scalping. $20 trade copying accounts, Derige. Sorry if I'm butchering your name, but I stopped doing that. Just I was having such a difficult time. It was just too much pressure trading that many accounts at a time. One mistake, one bad trade. So I switched to trading one account at a time and then cycling through my accounts. It was just way less pressure, and I just started trading way better. And I decided I'm going to keep doing it. And here we are. We're 48,000 in payouts now. And hopefully, I'm hoping here, I'm going to have a pretty hard stop on these 3 accounts to make sure that we can get another $2,000 payout on these accounts, on all 3 of them, for the 1st of May. And I'm hoping we can just continue to build this buffer. That's my goal on these 3 accounts. I'm actually very, I'm not really motivated to activate new PAs into funded accounts right now. I just want to keep trading these 3 accounts until, I don't know. I just feel really comfortable doing it. And I don't want to do anything that changes that and throws my rhythm off, or just, it is a lot harder. Like, it is pretty difficult to trade 10 accounts one at a time, cycling through them every day. Like I do feel like I tend to take a little bit too many trades if I do that. And this way, I'm a lot more selective on my trades. But yeah, at least estimator, how many trades I take in a day. Well, I went back. So like if I'm trading 15 accounts and cycling through them one at a time, I would sometimes be taking 40 trades in a day. So now, so to be fair, like for example, on this move lower, what I would do sometimes is I would cycle through my accounts, and maybe like at the 840s, I would enter long on one account. And then maybe at the 850s, I would enter long on another account. Like, so I would be basically capturing the same move on multiple accounts, but at different entries. So that, you know, that helped, but that's also kind of risky, and it's kind of the same as just doing the trade copier. Because if you're wrong on that move, then you're going to take a loss on more than one account. So try not to do that too much, but it's tempting. I will admit, like, I've been very tempted about using the copy trader again for my funded accounts. I really have been debating it because I do think I'm doing better, but at the same time, I know it's going to be different. Hey, Speed Racer, how we doing, bud? I'm doing great. I am doing just great. Up 400 a day when I originally wanted to play it safe. Had 100 a day till payout. Now I'm tempted to go for a max profit at 700. Mr. Push Up, just be okay, Mr. Push Up. If you do that, have a hard stop. Maybe put a hard stop at $100 in profit, so at least you can for sure capture that $100 profit for the day. That was your original goal. You've allowed yourself a little cushion to get to 700, but just be careful. Don't let a $400 positive go in negative. That is not fun at all. Hey, Everything Pies, good to see you. Good to be back, man. Hey, Mentes, good morning. Good to see everybody. Everybody happy to be back. Okay, this definitely is starting to look like we might want to retest the highs. I'm a little worried about the EMA here, this long wick. I never like seeing those long wicks. So we're just going to be patient. Good idea, Mr. Push Up. You won't regret it. Hey, Peter Schapp, thank you. What do I use for trading journal? How much does it cost? I use TradeZella. It's like, what is it? It is kind of expensive, I feel like. But it does what I want it to do. That's kind of what I settled on. But I use TradeZella. I'm starting. What do you recommend? Mentes, are you saying you're starting to trade futures or just starting to trade period? Yeah, at least estimator. I feel like it is a little bit expensive. So yeah, I mean, you definitely want to make sure you actually use it. Wow, look at this. Now we're making a move higher again. Okay, you're just starting in futures. So I assume that you have experience trading, but just this is the first time trading futures. There's a lot of videos out there about the difference in what you need to know about futures, but basically futures are, one tick equals X amount of dollars is kind of the best way to explain it. But I mean, I think if you're coming from options or coming from Forex, my pet Eskimo, you're funny. Yeah, I have an issue like lag, Raj. I mean, obviously with the trade copier, any trade copier, you might have some issues. It depends on your computer, depends on your internet. But for the most part, I haven't really had any major issues with it. Is it easy to import trades from them? It could be easier, Speed Racer. So I'm hoping that they will soon add where it will automatically connect. Like, for example, if you have TradeZella and TD Ameritrade, you can sign into your TD Ameritrade from TradeZella, and it will automatically import all your trades every day. Where with Ninja Trader or Rhythmic accounts, you have to export out into a CSV file and then import them into TradeZella. I mean, it's not, it doesn't take long, but it's not automatic. All right, we're right here at the 90s, 890s. Let's see if we get through it. But man, this 830 really did hold up really well. We were talked a little bit about, the 40s and 30s seemed like a pretty obvious place we might get some support. And we did 50-point bounce off of it. Let's see if we keep going. Have I used Buellnox? I actually haven't. That's one prop firm I looked into a little bit, just didn't really appeal to me. I mean, I don't have anything bad to say about them. I just have not used it. Yeah, there's Google Sheet templates. You can also set up your own, Excel sheet, but feel like Excel and stuff like that, you do spend a lot more time than you would with like a TradeZella, but it might be worth it versus the money you spend. Yeah, Speed Racer, I hear you. Hey, 390 away from passing 250K evals. Let's go. Nicely done. Man, it's crazy. We only have tomorrow. Tomorrow, the 80% sale ends. Wow. It ends tomorrow. I'm expecting we get like a 70. We go back to like the 71% sale tomorrow. But I guess we'll find out. Hey, Citizen Zero, good to see you. Good to see you, man. Was Jamaica? Hey, yeah, man. Jamaica was awesome. Jamaica was awesome. Jamaica was awesome, but man, I'm glad to be home. Oh, you know what I missed? Central air. That's what I missed. It was warm. It was hot. It was hot down there. Man, I'm telling you what, it was hot. The people want one-day payouts. Hey, maybe. You never know. I doubt, like, we haven't, you know what? Like, it is kind of crazy that Apex, we haven't seen a rule change in over a year, which I think is good. Like, actually, I think that's actually a good thing because, I mean, they keep growing like crazy. And if it's working, if it ain't broke, why fix it? Oh, wow, Chris, you're taking a stab at the 300K account. Man, kudos to you. I have never, that is something I've never done. I've never passed the 300K account. think I've tried maybe 3 or 4 times. You'll go back to Top Step. If they open the micros. That is one thing I don't understand, Dan. I have yet to have anyone explain to me why they do not allow that. Like they have said that they're going to do the 10-to-1 micros. They have said that for I don't know how long. Like it's last year they said it. Last year they were like, "Oh yeah, it's coming soon." Nope, never happens. Their new Top Step X allows micros. I mean, I know you can trade micros, but 10-to-1. Like they should that's what we're talking about. Or are you guys saying that you can trade like if you're allowed to trade 10 minis, then you should be allowed to trade 100 micros. So is that for the early release? So the Top Step X, you can do that? Okay, well that's just another way that they want you to switch to the Top Step X. Interesting. Because here's the thing. They keep coming up with all these excuses. In the past, they would say, "Oh, they can't do it," and et cetera, et cetera. That is a bunch of baloney. Everyone else, every other prop firm has Rhythmic and Trade-Evade accounts, and they have zero issues doing the 10-to-1 for micros. So don't tell me that you got some kind of problem about doing it. You just didn't want to do it. That was my theory. John, exactly. Okay, Amelia, good to know. Was that the big announcement that they were going to make? I heard some rumors. People were saying that Top Step's going to allow 10 accounts. And then the actual announcement was that you can now trade micros 10-to-1. I always like how they present their changes as industry changing changes. And then when it comes out, oh, it just means that they're doing what everyone now has been doing for the last year. Like last year when they came out with their groundbreaking, earth-shattering, industry-changing changes. What were the changes then? I don't even remember, but it was, oh, they went from a 2-step passing evals in 2 steps to only 1 step, and they thought that was some game changer. Like, LOL. Other prop firms have been doing it for a year. Hey, Bobby C, good to see you. Hey, thank you, Bobby. I appreciate it. Let's go. Okay, we're getting a little pullback here. I'm thinking about jumping in on this. Want to see a little more of a pullback, though. I'm gonna miss this. Hey, Adrian. Good morning from Puerto Rico. Good to see you. Good morning. Hey, Sharuz. Good morning. It is great to be back. Hey, I missed you guys. Sharuz, I really did. Yeah, we're gonna miss this little pullback. I'm okay with it. I'm not gonna chase it. He is back. When are you planning to earn more PAs? I'm not sure what you mean. But yeah, please don't follow my trades. Sure way to lose. J-Pow Wednesday? Oh, really? I haven't really looked at the news for the week. I could explain some of the volatility. I have only 3 PAs left. Currently, yes. I have more evals that I can activate, but at the moment it's not a rush. And I don't really want to take away from, I don't know, I feel like I'm trading these 3 accounts really well, and I'm just not going to do anything to change that. I'm just going to be, I think on Wednesday would be the Wednesday I could request a payout on these accounts. I think. Actually, I have to check to see how many days traded I have. Let me look. So I need 3 more days traded. Okay, so I'm not, well, today would be a day, so that would be 2. 2 days left, and then tomorrow would be 1 day left. So Wednesday, yeah. Wednesday Wednesday evening I could request a payout on these 3 accounts. So I'm gonna keep doing what I've been doing. It's one of those things where if it ain't broke, I'm not gonna fix it. If we just keep, well, I will probably activate those PAs before I get rebuild for them. Obviously, which maybe I should check when that is. Wow, look at this pullback now. All right, now we want to wait, just chill. No need to go crazy. Should you one-time fee or month by month? John, the way I always look at it is like this, is there's a couple questions to ask yourself. First one is, do you plan to trade micros or minis? If you plan to trade micros and take it really slow with that account, then I would look at doing the one-time fee. If you're planning to trade minis, even if it is one mini, I would do the month. I would, because it's just the statistics are that you will blow, like it is more likely that you will blow in the funded account trading one mini in less than 30 days than you are getting to a payout. If you just look at the statistics, but if you're trading micros, then that's no longer the case. Okay, so you're trading 2 to 3 micros. Yeah, then I think I would look at doing the one-time fee if you're going to stay consistent with that. Oh, you one-time the lifetime fee on the 300Ks, Dan? Wow, that's crazy. The one-time fee on a 300K, man, that's expensive. Man, what is that? Isn't it like... What is it? The one-time fee on a 300K account. $340 is the lifetime one-time fee. I mean, $340. I guess it's not. I mean, it's still, that's expensive. Oh, for Trade Evade, it's $360. True. But comparing that to $85 for the month, which it would be $105. I feel like it. Yeah, the monthly fee is $20 more for the Trade Evade accounts. If I speak with a Jamaican accent, no, I definitely don't. Man, I wasn't aware, like Jamaica, they actually kind of have a unique language. Like they can speak English that I can understand them like relatively well. But then when they just speak like one Jamaican to another Jamaican, like I cannot understand them. I'm not sure what language it is, but I can't understand them. Tim, 1 hour in and Nutty has not muted yet. I'm a new man. I'm changed. I'm a changed man. So, oh, okay. Jamaican patois. Okay. $50K for a lifetime fee, 160 is the best. Yeah, yeah, that's also part of the equation why I think 50K accounts are just I just think they're the best, in my opinion. It's between a 50K and 150K, but I would always go with the 50. Jamaica changed me for the better. Very true. Okay. Man, do I want to take a stab at this? I don't think so. I want to see us make new highs. We got plenty of opportunities left in the day. That's one thing that I've found trading only 3 accounts. Like, I am not as likely to kind of take... If I don't really like it, then I don't take it. And it's fine. Where if I'm trading 15 accounts, trading one at a time, I take a lot more trades and probably a lot more risky trades that aren't really ideally what I'm looking for. But, you know, then you also won't get as big of a payout either. So 3 accounts, you get what, $2,000, $4,000, $6,000. You could get maybe $12,000 payout per month. I mean, that's still great. $12,000 payout per month. I mean, I would take that twice. I would take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. Is Apex always going to have a sale now? They always have some sort of sale, but there are better sales than others, if that makes sense. Like after tonight or after tomorrow night, the 50% sale, the 80% off sale is going to end. We're likely going to see like a 71% sale. It's kind of what I'm expecting, but we'll wait and see. How can I know if I'm operating mini or micro? By looking at your symbol. So the futures at the very top, right here, you see my cursor right up here. If it says NQ and then the date, that means you're trading minis. If you go to the M, like micros here, and then it should say there's a M in front of the symbol. So MNQ is the micros. Yeah, I agree, Sharouz. I agree. The only thing that matters is the drawdown. The drawdown is the size of account that you have. That is, yes. Feel like everybody knows that, but it's something that isn't spoke about enough. Anybody know how to raise a ticket? If you go to help desk, it's a little, they made it a little bit harder, I feel like. Help desk, and then I'll go all the way down to the bottom. And then more support, I think. Is it? And then there you can support with Ninja Trader, support with technical issues, questions that are trailing. I mean, some of this, I look so different. Hey, Mentes, no problem. Sounds like a good way to make a bad choice. Yeah, that definitely was a good entry here on a long. We really are just gonna, it looks like we're just gonna try and retake the highs. Hey, Traitorous Chick in the house. Good to see you, Traitorous Chick. How you doing? It is good to see you. I hope all is well. Yeah, QQ, I know. I mean, the high of the day is at the 950s, so it sure looks like that's where we're going. Hey, hanging in there. Good, good. My trip was awesome. I had a great trip, but man, I was ready to be home. Oh man, our dog Axe, he I wish I would have taken a video. He was so excited to see us. He almost didn't survive. He we got home. So we got home Saturday night at, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And you know, we get in the house, and at first he thought it was someone else, so he was just barking up a storm. And then when he heard our voices, oh my gosh, he just completely lost it. He was so excited. He almost never, like, we had our minivan, he had the door open, and he knows not to go in the van, but we opened the door, and Cody was, still in his car seat, and he just leaps directly into the minivan and jumps right up on Cody and starts licking his face, just completely going crazy. Oh, it was a sight to behold. He was super happy to see us. Let's just say that. Yeah, black coffee. You would know. You would know. Did I go to Jamaica with our family? Yes. We took all of the family went. The wife, the 2 kids, and me. Hey, nicely done, Ryan. How much they pay me to wear the shirt? Nah, they don't pay me nothing. I bought this shirt with my hard-earned money. They didn't even give me the shirt. Isn't that a shame? That's a shame. All right, come on, give me a pullback, and let's just make a slow, methodical move higher. I'm all in. I'm all for it. Yeah, it's an Apex shirt. This is one of the old. So this is actually one of the old style Apex shirts. You can't get these shirts anymore, I don't think. I bought this shirt before they refreshed their merch. You can buy the merch. Yeah, you can buy the merch. As far as I know. Okay, now I'm gonna wait. This scares me a little bit. We just rip right through. Hmm. If Apex made you thousands and you don't buy a shirt, what are you doing with your life? Hey, Dan Emmons, up 777. Nicely done, Dan. I love it. The lucky sevens. Don't make another trade. You just want to look at those 777. At least it wasn't 666. That's way 777 is way better. Yeah, this has me worried now. This is we will wait and see. We could be going to test the lows here, doing a little bit of a fake out. We might also just look at a range day. I wouldn't be shocked. Which I always struggle when it's a range day. I do not do well. Hey, nice, my pet Eskimo. Love it. Good job. It's 10:30. Market's going to show a weird movements. Yeah. 10:30 or even 11:30 it does it. We shall wait and just be patient here. This thing could continue selling off here. Getting a little bounce here. I want to see. Hey, Namak, good to see you. Good to see you. QQ. Yeah, I hate range days too. Hey, take care, Ryan. And this is tempting though. If we reject, if we don't make it above this EMA, it's tempting to go short here. But I feel like that's pretty risky. There we go. Let's see if we can get a follow through here on the sellers. Not. Nope. Hey, Rain 1980, good morning. This is interesting now. Looks like we do want to go higher. Hey, also at Camber Trades, good to see you. Good morning, good morning. Kid Poker, good poker, good morning, good morning. Nice to see you too, Kid Poker. Camber Trades, hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great week. It is great to be back. I love it. Wow, look at this. It looks like it does want to now keep going. This kind of price action doesn't give me any kind of confidence to take a trade. Rain 1980. No, you do not. You as long as you sign, like go to your signatures tab and sign for the past eval, you can let that eval sit. I mean, technically as long as you want, but you will get rebilled at an 80% discount if you leave the account if the 30-day rebilling date comes up on the eval and you haven't turned it into a PA account, then you will get rebilled again on that eval, even if it is passed. So I always make sure that I turn it into a funded account before that. But other than that, no, you don't have the 48-hour thing is no longer a thing. Hey, Sharu's nice. It's tempting here to go short. Yeah. At the moment, I'm going to have a bias that we're going to go sideways. The Jamaican sun made my hair redder. Yeah, I don't know. Like, part of it, I feel like I actually got a little bit lighter, like the tops of it. I don't know. I got a lot of sun. So Friday, Friday we had our free day. So on the free day, we just, as a group, we went out and we had a boat ride. And part of the boat ride was they took us out to the reefs or the corals, and we did snorkeling, which was pretty cool. It's one thing that Jamaica, like, I just could not get enough of is the clear water. I cannot explain to you how clear that water is. It is so cool. It is so cool that you can just see in, 15 feet of water, 15 feet deep water, and you just see right down to the bottom. That just is so awesome. I had my GoPro, so I got a lot of footage of underwater footage of that. And that was probably one of my highlights, is just how clear that water was. Snorkeling was fun. I couldn't snorkel for that long because of my lung condition. Like, if I had to wear the thing in my mouth and I had something covered over my nose, I just couldn't get my breath. And I would start to panic a little bit, which it was fine because me and Kevin, my 10-year-old son, we kind of stayed together, and it was a very, very cool experience. And, right there by the corals and looking underwater, seeing how clear it was, we saw quite a bit of fish, and man, it was just so awesome. And then from there, we went to like just a swim place where we could go swimming. The boat had like a big slide, so you could take a slide off of it. And from there we went to Rick's Cafe, and that was crazy. So and I'm sure the people that are familiar with Jamaica, they know Rick's Cafe. Okay, this market is being very choppy right now. I'm just going to stay out of it. But Rick's Cafe, you can take a jump into the water they have a place where you can jump off that's 10 feet off the water. And then they have a place where it's 25 feet. And then another place that's 35 feet. And then they actually have another place that's 75 feet. Now, you're not allowed to jump off the 75 foot jump unless you're like trained and a professional diver. But there was people in the youth group that jumped off the 35 foot, and man, there's no way I'm doing that. But they did it. We got some cool videos, but man, that was crazy. Yeah, exactly, Trader's Chick. It really is. Like you can just literally look. It's just so clear. It's hard to explain how clear the water is, but it is super cool. All right, market. I'm not liking this. One thing that I always want to make note of when the market is like this is if I get in a trade, I'm way more likely like take your profits if you have them. Because when it's choppy like this, it's so easy to be in profit and then the next thing you know, you're red. Yeah, we had some really nice sunsets. Oh man, here I got to show you guys a couple of the sunsets. I got to show you guys a couple pictures. Just, you know, it was so cool. This was one. That was one sunset. Oops. That was really cool. Oh man, we had one thing that I got a kick out of. So every time you pulled like the traffic stops. Okay, why is sorry, let me get the light off. But you like if you would stop at a traffic light, you know, Jamaicans would just come out, they'd start washing your windshield, they'd start selling you fruit. They would sell you anything they could. Oh, I got a kick out of that. They would. I wish I could get a better picture of how clear the water actually is. It's hard to really get a good video of it, but hang on, I have to take this call. Hang on, guys. I got to make some phone calls here. I should have known that the first day back I should have known that the first day back we might have some work related issues. So give me a second. Okay, we're back. Oh man, should have known. Should have known that today might be a little issues. Oh man. I'm probably gonna have to end stream around 12. The way it's looking. I have to make. What is going on? Dan Emmons. Yeah, I agree. I've always been a fan. Like, I actually on this trade or on this chart, I actually have the VWAP and I do look at it, but I never take trades based off of it. It's something where I want to know where VWAP is, but it's not something I take trades based off of it. But it's like any other indicator, I feel like. I don't think there's any indicator that's, I mean, there is, you know, they all have their flaws and you kind of have to just, you know, I feel like trading, you have to have there has to be some intuition with trading. Or I have yet to find someone that has 100% mechanical trading system or an automated trading system that is consistently profitable. Like you can back test and run an automated trading thing for a certain period of time. You know, you can always do that. You can run a back test. Hey, from March until April, you would have made XYZ if you would have just had. Don't fall for it, guys. Don't fall for it. It ain't there. It ain't happening. Hey, up, down, left, right. How we doing? Is Nutty down to only 3 PAs? Yes, I am. I don't know why people are freaking out about why I only have 3 PAs left, but you must not have been following along. But I basically have, hang on. Who do we have here? Huh? What's up, bud? You wanna say hi?
Hi.
They missed you. Don't no, you have to leave it green.
Leave it green?
Yeah, leave it green or they can't hear you. Yeah, you can't hear you say hi. Tell them hi.
Hi.
Were you playing outside?
Yeah, but I'm playing outside.
What were you doing?
Leave it green. Leave it green.
Yay, yay, yay.
Let's leave it green.
Leave it green. Yes.
I don't touch.
Yeah, don't touch.
I don't touch it. Leave it green.
There we go. Look, they're saying hi. See? They're saying hi.
Yeah, I say hi. Daddy, look.
What is it?
I receive.
Do you see the green bars and the red bars?
Yeah.
What do you like better? Do you like green or red better?
Red.
You like red better?
Yeah.
I think that's a sign we should go short.
Hi.
Okay, now tell them bye.
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 See you later.
See you later. Yeah, we open it. Okay. Yeah, go up to mom. Tell mom you're hungry. Eat the chips. Oh man, he loved Jamaica. He had a great time. He made some friends. It was a good time. Don't show him the world of trading just yet. Hey, you gotta train him young, right? But back to my account. So these are the remaining accounts. So before I left, I took a payout of what was it? 18,000. So we had an $18,000 payout, and of those accounts, I forget how many accounts was there. I get confused, but these are the remaining. I think we had 10 accounts total that only had $500 of drawdown. I was pretty aggressive on them, and we had 4 accounts, and I mistakenly lost an account while I was in Jamaica because I accidentally had an open order sitting that I didn't know, and it was sitting there all day, and it got filled, and then the account was blown. But we're left with 3, and I'm very happy with where we're at. So we're just going to keep it that way. But it is now looking like we're just going to fade back down. It's hard to go long here. Can you use Repliconda to trade 2 different funded programs at the same time? Yes. As long as you can connect them to NinjaTrader, you can copy trade them. Hey, thank you. Up, down, left, right. So yeah, we got the payouts on the accounts. And once I get the payouts, at least for this time around, like, so here's my thought process. Okay. And I've always had this thought process. Like, basically, I mean, you have to understand, obviously, where I came from. So we traded for over a year with no payouts. And over that year's time of trading without a payout and going through Struggleville, we accumulated quite a bit of expenses. And it totaled out to, 34,000 in total, like all prop firms combined. I think only Apex, it's like really close to, like, it was like 30,000, close to 3,100. But now that I have 48,000 in payouts, I'm actually net green. I'm actually positive. Like, if I look at my P&L, I'm actually green, which is a really big deal for me because at one point it felt like that was never going to happen. But now that we're actually green, I will look at my payouts a little bit differently, I think. And I say that where I'm not 100% sure yet, but kind of with these accounts, like now that we have a buffer built in these accounts, I want to try and keep these accounts for as long as I can, because obviously in a perfect world, I would have 20 accounts that are funded, and I could just slowly make, $200-$300 a day on average, and I could build up a buffer in those 20 accounts, and I wouldn't even have to worry about trying to pass evals and trying to, that would be in a perfect world where I don't have to go through the eval hamster wheel. That is ultimately what I want, but I'm okay with taking payouts. I think you should. If you have spent more with Apex than you've taken out, then I'm a firm believer that you should take any payout you can. So if you get to that $2,600 profit threshold, take out as much as you can. If that means you blow the account, that is okay. You get another account and go through it. But once you're net positive and green, then I like the idea of actually trying to build the buffer and try to keep those accounts longer. That's kind of what I'm trying. I'm trying to do that. But obviously, that's always harder said than done, or easier said than done. If that's the case, then next time you open an eval, go lifetime fee. Yeah, Peter Schapp, I agree. Like this next round of PAs. So also, I have 12 evals that are passed. I can activate them into PAs, all 12 of them if I want. But if I'm getting completely honest, I kind of would be okay with only trading 3 PAs if I could continue to be consistent like I have been and make $300 to $600 on them each day and build that buffer. That I'd be, I mean, in a perfect world, I do copy trading again. That would be perfect in a perfect world. And I'm getting really close to giving that a shot. Like I'm really considering activating 10 accounts and copy trading all 10 accounts just to see how it goes. Not saying I'll do it long term, but there's definitely benefits to copy trading that I see. Obviously there's drawdowns to it because I think we all know the drawdown to it, but the benefits are I don't have to force trades and over trade, like 1 or 2 good trades per day and you're good. But you know, obviously I think we all know it's not that easy. But I've really been thinking about doing it this time around because now that if I lose all 10 accounts, let's just say worst case scenario, right? I think I would still do the monthly fee this time around, I think. But that would be an $850 investment for the 10 accounts. And that $850 investment, what is the worst thing that can happen? The worst thing that can happen is I blow all 10 accounts and I lose $850. And ideally, I mean, obviously I wouldn't be exactly happy about it, but it's not going to ruin me. It's not going to be something that I can't recover from. It'll probably be more of a psych, and the mental part of it is more of where the issue stands. And so I don't know. I go back and forth with this. So maybe I'm curious actually what you guys think. Do you think I should go back to copy trading and try doing copy trading so I can, basically the reason I'm really interested in doing copy trading is just the fact that if I have 10 or 15 accounts and I'm trading them one at a time, like that is a lot of trading in a day. Like to try to trade all those in a day, there are definitely times where I just kind of, you're kind of taking trades that really aren't ideal. Like you're just taking them and it's not really a systematic where you're, hey, I really like this setup. This is exactly what I'm looking for. And I'm going to enter here. So it's more, it's a little bit more risky, I feel like. But at the same time, you can't argue with the results. It has worked well for me in this past 3 months. In the past 3-4 months, doing it that way, the results have been there. We've taken 48,000 in payouts doing it that way. So on that side of it, it's like, well, maybe I shouldn't be trying to change it. Try copy trading with only 1 or 2 micros. Yeah, I thought about that too. And I would, yeah, maybe do it in groups, get a morning session group, afternoon session group. Okay, that's a good idea, D-Tank. Copy trade, if you have more than 5, just divide them so you don't blow them all. If trade does not work, divide in groups. Okay. You got some good ideas. I saw a comment I wanted to address. Dan Emmons, you only get $40 to activate the evals that you have passed, correct? No, that is not correct. I've had 12 past evals for over 2 weeks. You only need to sign them. You do not have to pay them. You can have them as long as you want, technically. But if the rebilling date for those evals comes up, you will get rebilled for them again. So keep that in mind. Yeah, Amelia, that's kind of, I feel like if I change things, okay, like I feel like if I change how I have been doing it now, I'm just asking for trouble because it has been working well with how I have been doing it. So I feel like it's kind of dumb to change things. But the other thing that I want you guys to understand as well is my ultimate goal. Like if someone asks me what does successful trading look like to me, I would tell them that I'm copy trading 20 accounts. And I'm copy trading all 20 accounts at the same time. And I'm taking 1 to 2 trades per day. And I'm being like, and then, over the span of, and I keep those 20 accounts for 3-4 months and getting maybe 1 payout per month. Like to me, that is what I look at as successful trading and being consistent. In my eyes, like going through the eval and PA hamster wheel, where kind of like I have been the past 3-4 months, where I basically, you pass evals and then you trade the PAs and you get the PAs to 2,600 in profit, and then you take out 2,000 and then you're left with $500 in drawdown, and then you blow the funded accounts and then you pass evals again. Like that hamster wheel, it's effective. Okay. So I don't want to knock it because it does work and it is profitable doing that. But it's not like what I look at and I think of that is successful trading, in my opinion. Like to me, it's where it's like you're kind of where the prop firm and the prop firm model allows you to do that, and that actually can be profitable. But long term, I don't really look at that as being consistently profitable trading. To me, consistently profitable trading is keeping those funded accounts, 4 or 5, 6 months. That is what I ultimately, really, my goal is. I want to do that. So I know there are steps to getting there, and I'm okay with that. But that's why I'm really contemplating about maybe I take 5 accounts. Maybe I take 5 PAs and I copy trade all 5 of them. Yeah, Dan Emmons. Basically what Trades by Matt has been doing. And he made, man, I got to say, hats off to Trades by Matt. I know there's people that, and I've always said this, like, there's definitely things like the trading or the off-stream stuff. It is what it is. But at least with Trades by Matt, he shows his entries, he shows his exits, he shows his live P&L, and you can follow along. And I think that's very important compared to, some other influencers. But I mean, you want to talk about how the turns have tabled? How the turns have tabled between Patrick Wieland and Trades by Matt. I mean, Trades by Matt, and this is the other reason that I like Trades by Matt way more than I like Patrick Wieland, is just because Patrick Wieland is a douchebag, in my opinion, just because of like how much fun like he made of Trades by Matt for how terrible he was in trading. Like, I don't know, that just rubs me the wrong way. And then like to think like, and Trades by Matt took the high road. Okay. A lot more so than I do, because I kind of have a tendency to smack back, but Trades by Matt took the high road. He just let it go, and he took a lot of crap from a lot of people. And now he's getting, he's the one that's consistent. He's trading 20 accounts. He's gotten 160,000 in payouts. What has Patrick Wieland done? He gets some nice profitable days that he likes to, brag about, but where are the payouts? That's what matters. Hey, Trading with Travis, how you doing? I don't know, maybe I have argued with, no, payout is what matters. And I guess I look at it differently. He says he got paid. I mean, he did the one payout approval that I think he got paid on, I believe. I think he did, which we'll find out when I do the video. Once I go to collect all the data from April, we'll find out. But, you know, just interesting. It's just very interesting. And I guess we'll find out. Hey, DL, good to see you. Good to see you. But yeah, Travis, I agree. Like ultimately, you know, I don't think anyone enjoys or anyone wants to be going through the payout, through the PA or eval hamster wheel. I don't think anyone wants to do that, but it's like, it is, you can do that and be profitable overall, but it's not, I don't think anyone is like, yeah, that's my goal. I think everyone's goal should be to keep your PAs for as long as you can. You know, ultimately that is the best case scenario. But obviously, you know, in order to do that, you do need to build a buffer. And that sometimes is what gets you. Oh, really? You have a storm there? I see, Trav. Hopefully everyone's doing okay. Hey, Kristen, good to see you. We had fun. Yeah, it is, Travis. The hamster wheel, I'm not a fan of it. I don't like it. But at the same time, I would not do anything different on the payouts that I have gotten up to now. Like, I think if you're not getting consistent payouts, then your number one priority should be to get the max payout, and then get your max payout until you're actually net positive with that prop firm. And then I think it makes sense to try to build a buffer before you take payouts, which is what I will probably try to do this next round of PAs. What I haven't fully decided on is kind of how I'm going to trade them. I'm really, really tempted to trade them, to copy trade them. I really want to. And I know that might be pushing my, you know, might not be smart, but I don't know. I think it's still that's always been my goal, is to be able to copy trade, you know, 10, 20 accounts at a time and be consistent, you know, small $200-$300 days, and focus on that. 1 to 2 good trades per day, call it a day, and just be consistent. Yeah, exactly, Travis. Once you get payouts and you're actually net positive, then it becomes a lot easier. It is. I'm a great example of getting to that first payout. Like, I felt so much relief once I got my first payout, that it's just so weird. And I get a lot of comments. Like, there's a lot of comments on my videos now where people ask, hey, what did you do differently? What changed? You know, and yes, I did change some things. Like, switching to only trading one account at a time is probably the biggest change. And then also just having a bigger stop loss. Like, allowing the trade more room to work. That was also really big. And in the beginning, I did a lot more scalping. Recently, I haven't really been doing a lot of, like, the scalping. I haven't really been doing as much. I've been trying to get like 30-40 ticks. Like 30-40 ticks is kind of what I'm aiming at, which some people, I guess, look at that as scalping. I don't, but it's just different for everybody. But it is weird how all of a sudden it just seems easier. Like, it just doesn't seem, I don't really know how to even explain it. It's kind of weird because I don't think about losing as much, or losing doesn't bother me as much. And I definitely don't have as big of a fear of losing as I once did. It's one thing I definitely like, being able to be profitable in trading. If you have a fear of losing, I think that might be the worst thing you can have with trading. I actually think I believe that, because if you have a fear of losing, it does two things that are just counterintuitive to being profitable. A, it makes you not want to take a loss. And B, you take your profits way too soon. Or you're quick to take your profits, and you're way more likely to just let your winner or let your losers run to try and hope that they turn around and come back to your break even. And then once you just get to break even, you just take it off. Like, it is very hard to be profitable with that type of trading. And for the longest time, my biggest nemesis was that fear. I just had a fear of losing. And man, that's not fun. That is not a good time. But it is 11:30. Man, I wish I knew I might have to cut stream short today because work-related stuff. Unless you're Alpine. Hey, the way Alpine's doing it, I wouldn't change a thing. And that's the other thing. If you're getting consistent payouts, like Alpine is, I mean, Alpine's killing it. And yeah, I'm seeing more and more people and I'm disappointed with especially some people that I see and that I hear talking about Alpine, or just, I don't know. I feel like, people, I don't know. It's a weird thing. But why can't we just, if you're being consistently profitable and taking payouts, then I don't really care how you do it, However you do it is great. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't let anyone tell you that you're doing it wrong. I feel like, and then, I don't know. If you're getting consistent payouts, then it doesn't matter how you do it. I mean, unless you're just completely blatantly, doing something that you shouldn't. But as long as you're getting payouts, hey, get it. Just get it. But yeah, the haters will come out. I agree. But it's like I've said always, like, I don't take the opening range trade, and it's just, for me, I mean, I've tested it, like different theories. I don't really know how, but to me, I just can't get comfortable with it. I wouldn't do it. I can't do it. But like, why would you hate on someone? I don't get it. I just don't understand. But hey, I don't understand people. Wow, are you serious? Rain 1980? Yeah, Trades by Matt has $11,000 buffer. Oh my gosh, that's like a wet dream to have that nice of a buffer. That is awesome. That is legit. And he has $11,000 drawdown now. That's what's crazy. Even for me, like, these accounts now have $4,600 in drawdown. And this is basically turned from a 50K account into a 150K account now. So that's really the beauty of, I know a lot of people don't like the intraday trailing drawdown, but it goes away at 50,100, and then you can just grow the accounts and create whatever drawdown you want. But $11,000 drawdown on all 20 accounts, man, that's legit. He has to be very close to the unlimited payout window, doesn't he? This might actually be the month, like next month, he should be at that unlimited payout window, or am I wrong? So 20, 40, 60, 80. Oh, nice, Travis. Let's go. Well, TK, but see, I don't know this for certain. I'm sure that, and some of you might know this. If you do, just call, to let me know. But that's what's so interesting, TK. See, I don't think Trades by Matt got any payouts, or if he did get payouts with Top Step, they were very few. Very few. And I'm sure he got payouts, but I don't think there was a lot. But I'm very curious what Trades by Matt is going to do once he reaches that third month of withdrawal. Because when was his first month of withdrawal? Oh, really, Dan Emmons? Oh, that does suck. Yeah, I know what you mean. But I think, honestly, and I mean, I've seen Trades by Matt say this himself, but I think the biggest difference for him was the intraday. This sounds weird, but it was the intraday trailing drawdown. But it actually worked in a positive way for Trades by Matt because it actually forced him to take profit and to take the profit when he has it. And I think, I don't know, it's just something about it that everything just clicked for him. I mean, it is pretty crazy. We all know it's not easy. Yeah, we do know that. But yeah, that does suck, Dan Emmons. That does really, yeah. Brandon Slevin, he said he's taking out total profit and buying a Ferrari. I doubt that. I doubt that. I think Trades by Matt, doesn't he like golfing as well? I think he does. I think me and him, we could get along. It wasn't the prop firm that caused him to not get payout. It was the change of style of trading. Yeah, the style of trading. Yeah, BPCF. I agree. And I think that's a great example too. Like, each person kind of has to find what prop firm works best for them, because for some people, a intraday trailing drawdown really does not work well with their trading style. Like, I totally understand that it's for some trading styles that just doesn't work well at all. And if that's you, then yeah, then don't, then you need to find a prop firm that has the end of day drawdown. But you have to understand, with end of day drawdown, for most prop firms, you will get a daily loss limit. So, but yeah, it's a good example. Same with trading. Everyone has a different style. We don't all have to trade the same. Yeah, Matt, I hear you on that. I hear you, man. You like Top Step going big around news? Yeah, I know, Travis, and I feel like that's where it's like, so to me, it's like, if I see someone, okay, this is just my opinion, but take it for what it's worth. If I see someone that has has big payouts with Apex, I look at it a little bit differently, or I know, okay, because I feel like it's harder because you have to be consistent with Top Step, for example, or even Take Profit. Like, technically, you could go max contract size and, hit a really nice news event and have one really great trade and get a really nice payout, which is kudos to you. That's great. But that isn't, like, to me, hey, it's more of a, hey, high five, nicely done. But it's not that, Like that's not being consistent. You know, there's a difference between hitting a very good trade versus being consistent and being able to consistently get big trades. There's a big difference between the two. And I don't know how, you know, when I see someone with a Top Step account that has 100K profit in it, my question is always, how did you get that 100K profit? Did it happen over 10 days consistently, or did it happen over 2 days where you got insane profits? You know, that's where I think there's a big difference. But either way, you know, payout is a payout. So I'm not hating, but big is NQ. Yep. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, Matt, I feel you on that. But we are just continuing to just slowly bleed lower now. I just have no desire to trade this. You got to think we're probably going to test the lows at this point. Dan Emmons, that is so not true. I would disagree with that like 1,000%. Once Top Step does 100 micros, it's all over for other firms. Did you know? I mean, here's how big of a gap there is between Apex and Top Step. Apex makes more payouts in 1 month than Top Step does in a year. That's how far apart we're talking. Like they're not even close to touching Apex in a sense of payouts, which to me is what matters. But hey, we're all entitled to our opinion. Tongue in cheek. Oh, okay, I see. If it ever happens, Dan, I'll believe it when I see it. They've been talking about the 100 micros for I don't even know how long. But I hear that they allow it now. Yeah, I heard Travis. Kind of interesting that they waited to make the change. Someone needs to explain to me. Explain to me like I'm 2 years old, or man, explain to me like I'm 5. Why? I don't understand what the benefit is of Top Step X. Like, someone explain to me what is the benefit for the user and what is the benefit for Top Step. Like, I'm honestly, I'm genuinely curious. It's not comparing it with a DL. I mean, that is a fair point, but that is part of it, DL. Like, that is part of it because it is Top Step could allow 20 accounts. There is no one preventing them from allowing 20 accounts. That is their rule. They only allow 3 accounts. So I understand that the comparison maybe isn't fair or isn't the same, but that is Top Step's decision. They are the ones that don't allow 20 accounts, not anyone else. So I feel like that's partially the difference. They claim it's the lockout feature, less licensing fees. I don't know why, but I find that hard to believe. I find it hard to believe that there's that big of an issue with licensing and stuff when there's so many other prop firms that are not doing it. Like, that's what I don't really understand. And this is where, hear me out, okay? Yeah, DL, I get what you're saying. I understand. But okay, so here's my how would I say? I don't want prop firms to have too much control. Okay. I would rather a prop firm offers XYZ. They offer the, they have their rules, they have their capital, XYZ. And I know this is not Forex. Okay. I totally understand that. And I totally understand that the futures are regulated and it's not the same thing. Okay. But I don't know why. It makes me a little nervous when I see prop firms not only having their own charting software, but they're kind of forcing all of their users to use that. Like, not forcing, but they're giving you motivation. Like, for example, the 100-to-1 micros, where, okay, you can only get 100-to-1 micros if you use our platform. I don't know why that, man, I don't know. Just to me, it's like a little bit weird. You would rather have 3 accounts where you are never worry about arguing about payouts than having 10 accounts where I'm denied payout. Have you been denied payout, Dan Emmons? Because there are simple rules to follow that will almost guarantee you won't have any issues getting a payout. Have I gotten a payout yet? Yeah, look on my screen. They do save more on the long run, have their platform, because I was looking into opening a futures prop firm. Okay, Trip King, I see. You're hearing horror, but Dan Emmons, that's what you're hearing, horror stories of people that are going way above the 30% consistency rule. Then you have issues. Okay. I have never yet seen anyone have issues with getting approval on payouts that are below the 30% approval. The 30% consistency rule, it's not that difficult. It really isn't. And people want to, yeah, I have seen people make huge claims about being denied payouts and they did nothing wrong. And they went into the Apex Discord and they tried to stir up stuff and the Apex support revealed exactly what they did. And it was very obviously what they did. And it was their own fault. Yet they were just trying to blame XYZ. So only thing I would challenge you, Dan, is do not listen to other online people about that, because I've just found usually there are reasons, and usually you are only seeing and hearing one side of it, and usually, I think it's best to see both sides of it before you. But what did they do? You mean in the Discord chat? I mean, the one guy, I think he's still around, but there's the one guy that was going totally AWOL about being denied a payout and called Apex a scam and everything else under the sun, and did it and he started doing it in the Apex Discord, and the Apex support staff literally showed exactly what he did. And what he did was he requested a payout approval, and before it was approved, he traded the account again and blew the account. Well, that is obviously, that's something you don't do, and you won't get a payout if you trade the account before approval and then you blow the account. It's just pretty simple. 30% rule with Apex is about being consistent. Exactly. That's always been my thing. And people think the 30% consistency rule is unattainable or something. It really isn't. It really isn't that hard. If you're planning to make a withdrawal request at your profit threshold of 2,600, then keep your profitable days below $700 or below $750, and you won't have any issue. That's exactly what I mean, Amelia Stitcher. And that's exactly what he did. He was claiming that Apex denied his payout when in reality, he traded the account before it was approved and blew the account. You know, and that's what I always, if I was Apex support, man, that would really, really frustrate me. All right, is this move going to break above the 890s here, or are we just going to trade in this channel? Yeah, basically, yeah, Genwu below $780. And if you go and if you have $1,000 day, it's not a big deal. Just wait to request your payout until, you know, do the math. 30% consistency rule. Now you need to wait to request a payout until you have $3,000 in profit. Like, it's really not rocket science. Hey, QBA futures trader, how many evals did it take me? You don't want to know. No, it was a lot. Here, let me say this. This is a better way to, or I feel like this is a better way to tell people my journey. Okay. It took me a year and probably 3 months, and I spent about $31,000 with Apex, and now I have 48,000 in payouts. So it definitely wasn't easy. It's not easy. So don't let anyone tell you it's easy. But it is possible, I guess. But I hope there are better ways than how I did it. You do not have to spend that much in order to be profitable. You definitely don't have to be. Because I spent way too much money trying to get 20 accounts and being way too focused on that than I was on getting payouts in the beginning. And that really cost me quite a bit of money. So there are definitely way better ways to do it than I did. Here's how I view it. I have a 300K account, granted 350K micros. It would be insane to just launch 100 micros at a time. Yeah, exactly, Dan. The DCA thing is my worry, how I view it. Okay, I see the DCA. Yeah, if there's one thing, I've never heard of anyone being denied because of DCA, but if there is one beef that I have with Apex, it would be that. I kind of have issues with having rules that are enforced when they see fit. I feel like that's not really fair because they have that in their terms of service, but it has never been enforced to my knowledge. You know, and everyone does it, and it's, you know, people do it all the time. Dollar cost averaging is what that stands for, Trader's Chick. It's just very dumb, and that's why I would love to interview Daryl. He would probably not enjoy it as much, but that is one of the questions I would ask him. Why do you have rules that you never enforce? If you're never planning to enforce them, then don't have the rule. If you have the rule, then be more consistent with it so people understand what actually is allowed and what isn't. Well, dollar cost averaging is when you would, you know, let's say on this move higher, you buy here, 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 you know, and then you get out here. That's technically what dollar cost averaging is, but it's never enforced. Never has been. That looks like too much work. When an NQ can have 300-point ranges, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there is, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm really not a fan of this price action. This is pretty boring stuff here. But it allows me to chat with you guys. It's one good thing. I heard scaling internet is not allowed. What does it mean, Sharoos? Yeah, that's what we were talking about. DCA is dollar cost averaging or scaling in. But that's the thing. It is allowed, and it's never been an issue technically that I've heard of. Can be difficult to enforce because if you were the type of trader who scales in around a level, it would look like DCA. Yeah, I know, Dio. I know, and that's what I mean. I think I'm sure they put it in there for a certain specific type of situation. And that's why it's not really ever enforced. But it just doesn't, I don't know. It's just weird, hard to understand. Will you continue to pay lifetime fee or monthly like Alpine? Honestly, it depends a little bit. Depends. I kind of wish I would have, I don't know. I will probably continue to pay monthly at least for now, but I am definitely kind of on the fence. If I'm going to do, the only reason I would look into doing the one time is if I plan to, or if I decide to, my next round of PAs, I might have a goal of getting my accounts to like 3,500 before I take a withdrawal. Then I think I would consider doing the one-time fee. If I change it to where I'm gonna want a buffer before I withdraw, then I might. But I maybe I'll do half and half or something like that. Amado, if it gets to the date to renew the eval, the amount we make got renew also or say the same. Amado, bueno. So if you, this is very important. Especially if you're new to Apex or new to prop firms. So if your eval, if you bought an eval, let's say on the 1st, and you trade that eval all month long, and today is the 29th, which means that eval will be rebuild again on the 1st, which would be in 2 days. So that eval will be rebuild and it will not reset unless the account is blown. Okay, so if the account is in drawdown right now, you're better off trading really aggressively and either blow the account or get it above, get it to where you're not in drawdown. Because if you blow the account, you're going to get rebuild on the account at 80% off. It will give you like a fresh account if it's blown. If the account isn't blown, you will just get rebuild and the account balance will stay the same, even if it is in drawdown. So if you are in drawdown and you're about to be rebuild on evals, make sure that you either blow the account or, that's when it actually makes sense to YOLO the accounts, because you don't want to get rebuild on an eval account that is in drawdown. It's just not smart. You're better off YOLOing the account, and if you win, great, you'll be above the drawdown and you're good. If you blow the account, big deal, you're going to get rebuild and it'll be a fresh reset account. What happens about the 30% rule if you had red day, say loss of 1,800, but the same day turn that's around, so not positive 1,800, but you took it doesn't matter intraday. It only matters at the end of day what your profit is. That's what matters when calculating the 30% rule. It's not based on per trade, anything like that. So if you start out the day and you're negative $1,000 or $1,500, and then you end up the day being 1,500 in green, that isn't considered a $3,000 day. That's considered a $1,500 profitable day. It's what your balance is at the end in green. That is what is calculated for the 30% rule. Jen Wu, if the account is above the profit threshold, okay, so I would look at it like, let's say your eval is a 50K account and you have $2,500 of profit and you only need $500 more and then you pass the account. Then I would probably let the rebilling happen, you know, take your time and pass the account. If it's like you have $500 of profit, which means you need $2,000 more, I don't know. I think I'd take a little bit of a stab at it. See if you can't get a nice profitable day. And if you happen to blow it, you know you're going to get reset. You technically only lost $500. So really not that terrible. But to each his own. All right, market. This thing doesn't know what it wants to do. Oh. Did I ever take a break from trading after you lost numerous P accounts? Yes, I did. I took a week break last fall, I think it was. Even a couple days break where you don't even look at any charts, nothing, I think can do wonders. If you're on a losing streak or if you just feel like every trade you enter, it just immediately goes against you. I think that can be a really good thing to just take a 1-2 day break of looking at anything market related. The volume here is very low. Just, no, this is not. Not ideal trading conditions. It does kind of look like we want to go higher. Yes, Travis, agreed. Especially on large losses. I definitely kind of relive the trade. Think about what I could have done differently. Yeah, taking the break and blaming the market is not helpful. Hey, sometimes blaming the market does make me feel a little better, at least for a little bit. And then I have to come to grips with it that it was probably me. Hey, Tater Trades, what all did you repair on your trip to Jamaica? Repair. We didn't really repair anything. We built a home. We built a home for a needy family. That was the main thing we did. And then we spent some time with some orphanages and some children. Different things that we did. It was a lot of fun. It was a really good time. It was really warm. Man, Jamaica is warm. It's a whole different thing than what I was used to here. You take a shower and 10 minutes after you take a shower, you're sweating again. I'm not a huge fan of that. That I'm not a huge fan of, but we survived. Hey, investors. How we doing, bud? Good to see you. Good to see you, man. How was the food? Food was great. The jerk chicken, awesome. 10 of 10. With the rice and beans, oh man, that was really good. I tried the goat curry. not as big of a fan. But it was, I mean, I could eat it, but I would just prefer the jerk chicken. I think that's what I ordered every time. I lost a few pounds sweating. I think I did. I actually haven't weighed myself since I've gotten back, so I probably should. If I'm going to put out any content on the trip, probably not tater trades. Most of our youth with our church, you know, was in 90% of the videos that I took. So I don't want to really invade their privacy. So I probably won't be sharing more about the trip as far as content related than the few pictures I posted on my community channel. This is kind of interesting. If we can pull back, I mean, I could justify taking a long here, but this volume is very low. Not really any kind of momentum. Feel like it probably not a smart trade here to take a trade here. We'll see. We might take it. Yeah, DL, I agree. We're just kind of going sideways and not much volume. I feel like the trading in this range of day is what I avoided in Jamaica. And that was probably a good thing. But I cannot stream much longer. Let me check my phone. I'm waiting on a message. Ah, man. Yeah, we are kind of making a move now above the 90s. Definitely could see we could see a slow grind higher here. But I do have to go, man. Man, I wish it didn't. I'm sad. I was really hoping I could stream till like 3-4 o'clock. Oh, I do have to go. I got work related stuff I need to catch up on too today. So, hey, thank you, JX. Appreciate that. So I don't know if I want to take more trades. There is a small chance that I have to leave right now. I have to go pick stuff up. And I also want to get my lawn mowed. Of course, being away a week, my lawn looks pretty bad right now, so I have to get that mowed too. So yeah, I think I have to cut it short here, run those errands, and hopefully tomorrow we can have a stream where we can stream all day long. That's what I'm hoping. If I have an HOA, no, I do not, thankfully. I just don't like when my lawn gets too high. It really bothers me. So I need to mow it. And it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so if I don't mow it today and I won't mow it tomorrow, then we're going to have a real problem. My 50K. Not true. Oh, man. All right, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. I really love being back. It was great to talk to you, everyone. And really do appreciate everyone. Thank you, everyone that subbed today. Michelle, Ryan, Ryu, Timothy, Patrick Heigl, Novakovo, Ethan Leong. Really appreciate it. Thank you. And we will be back tomorrow morning. And I guess we'll see if I might take a couple trades on this in the, after I end stream as I run errands. And I don't know, we'll see. But I'll be sure to do an update video tonight. We're going to be back on schedule with our update videos. So that'll be good to do as well. So everybody take care. Appreciate every one of you. Hope you all have a green day. Hit the like button on your way out. I would appreciate it. Take care and God bless.